Hello everybody. Sorry, I gotta hide this image from last episode. Oops. Alright, GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about this week in the NFL. Every single game covered from week 4. We're progressing through the season. We're damn near a quarter of the way already, so that's kind of wild. But it's been a fun time, man. I've really enjoyed watching football. There's been some great games on every week. There's never a week where there's just all shitty games. We're going to start with the Thursday night football game with the Dolphins and the Bengals. First game of the week. Bengals top Miami by 12 after an injured Tua Tagovailoa was carted off the field. The concussion protocol will obviously cause a lot of trouble with front offices and like what kind of team doctors they're hiring, how strictly they're going to follow the protocols. That's like kind of the big headline with this game. I don't really have much else to say about the game itself. Teddy Bridgewater came in, went 14 for 23, threw 193 yards and a touchdown. He had an interception, which probably cost them the game. Joe Burrow having one of his better games of the season, 20 for 31, 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nothing too impressive in the run game. We'll just move on from there. Tyreek Hill had 10 catches for 160 yards. My goodness, what a game. He was pretty much their offense, and they still couldn't win. T. Higgins having a fantastic season so far. 7 catches for 124 yards and a tutty. Moving on to Sunday, we're going to start talking about my Packers first. Patriots. Aaron Rodgers and Mason Crosby's overtime field goal lead the Packers past the Patriots, and Bailey Zappi by 3. Mason Crosby hit the game winner. We could have won the game earlier if Romeo Doubs would have hauled in the catch, but nonetheless, he still had a pretty good game there. Aaron Rodgers threw his 500th career touchdown this game. Bailey Zappi threw his first career touchdown this game. And Jack Jones with a pick 6. That was kind of the highlights of the game. Shout out to those. Unexpected NFL debut for Bailey Zapp, and obviously Aaron Rodgers had to come and spoil that, but really good effort by the Patriots. I commend their efforts. They played a hell of a football game. I mean, Bailey Zapp in his first game threw 10 for 15 and a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 21 for 35, 251 yards and 2 touchdowns. He threw an interception, but made up for it in the second quarter. An absolutely electric second half from him. Aaron Jones, hell of a game, 16 carries for 110 yards. Nelson Aguilar had 3 catches and 46 yards for the Patriots, while Allen Lazard, his best game of the year by far. I mean, this is about as good as you can get out of Allen Lazard. 6 catches, 116 yards. What a game there. Let's move on to the Vikings and Saints, the London game. I actually woke up early to watch this, and I'm planning on doing that this week for the Packers, obviously, as well. Vikings hang on for a 3-point win over the Saints in London. Obviously, Will Lutz hit the double doinker. Bears fans, you don't have to feel bad anymore. Justin Jefferson had some easy touchdowns. Taysom Hill and Jarvis Landry had some good games. Callaway played pretty good for the Saints as well. And, Andy Dalton came in and threw a couple good passes. But Justin Jefferson really made his presence known, and that's what led to them winning the game. Kirk Cousins, 25 for 38, 273 yards and a touchdown. He had an interception, but they recovered from it. Andy Dalton played good as hell, man. 20 for 28, 236 yards and a touchdown. Running-wise, you had Latavius Murray having 11 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown. Pretty impressive performance for him there. I think he's their third-string running back. Justin Jefferson, 10 catches for 147 yards. And Chris Olave still having a pretty good effort himself. 4 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown. The rookie out of Ohio State is looking dangerous. Browns and Falcons up next. Jacoby Brissett threw some big interceptions. Nick Chubb's family was in the crowd celebrating some runs. Denzel Ward picked off Mariota. Jacoby Brissett had a crazy running touchdown. David Njoku had a fumble and the turnovers. I think the Falcons really won the turnover game. Jacoby Brissett, he went 21 for 35, had 234 yards, but the interception kind of cost them there. Marcus Mariota, he threw 139 yards, and he had a pick, but they still ended up winning the game. What a game for Nick Chubb. 19 carries, 118 yards, and a touchdown. And meanwhile, Algier for the Falcons had a good game as well. 10 carries for 84 yards. Receiving-wise, David Njoku had 5 catches for 73 yards, while Zacchaeus of the Falcons had 2 catches for 55 yards. Commanders and Cowboys, the division game. Backup quarterback Cooper Rush wins again as the Cowboys beat the Commanders by 15. CeeDee Lamb had a nice fake. Trayvon Diggs got an interception. Cooper Rush buying some time in the pocket and finding Malcolm Gallup on a touchdown pass. And the Commanders had some plays as well. Wentz with a good throw to Dotson. Carson Wentz this game, he went 25 for 42 and had a touchdown, but that's about it. Throwing 2 interceptions against a division rival is going to get you nowhere. Cooper Rush, 15 for 27, 223 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's playing incredible this season. Nothing too crazy on the rushing. Dotson I don't remember his first name. He had 3 catches for 43 yards and a touchdown, while CeeDee Lamb had 6 catches for 97 yards and a touchdown. Coming up next, Seahawks and Lions. I don't know what is going on with these games. I mean, the Lions are just putting up crazy points. Geno Smith and Rashad Penny stars. The Seahawks beat the Lions by 3. Rashad Penny had a good game that day. Or yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Holy shit. Josh Reynolds had some good catches for the Lions. Jamal Williams had some good runs for the Lions. Tariq Woolen had a pick 6, and those are about the highlights of the game. Geno Smith, 23 for 30, 320 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jared Goff, 26 for 39, 378 yards and 4 touchdowns, but 1 interception, 1 pick 6, lost them the game. What a game for Jared Goff, though. Rashad Penny, 17 carries, 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. There were some big-time performers this game. Jamal Williams, 19 carries, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. This was just an offensive gauntlet of a game. Oh my goodness. DK Metcalf, 7 catches, 149 yards. You have TJ Hawkinson having one of the best games out of any Lions tight end ever with 8 catches, 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely phenomenal games. Titans and Colts. Derrick Henry reigns as the Titans hold off the Colts for a 7-point victory. Ryan Tannehill dropped some dimes, Shaquille Leonard got hurt. Mo Alley Cox caught some touchdowns. Tierre Tart had an interception. That's about it there. Ryan Tannehill, he went 17 for 21 and had 2 touchdowns. Matt Ryan, 27 for 37, 356 yards, 2 touchdowns, but an interception kind of cost them the game. Derrick Henry, 22 carries for 114 yards and a touchdown. Okonkwo for the Titans had 3 catches for 38 yards and a tutty. Mo Alley Cox, 6 catches, 85 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, not the best game there, but it's a classic division rivalry game. Bears and Giants. Daniel Jones injures an ankle in the Giants' 8-point victory over the Bears. Bears muffed a punt. Daniel Jones got a rushing touchdown. Eddie Jackson intercepted Tyrod Taylor. And Saquon Barkley had a good touchdown. So those are the highlights. I kind of list highlights for every game. Justin Fields went 11 for 22 with 174 yards, while Daniel Jones went 8 for 13. So, yeah. Running-wise, nothing crazy. I wouldn't say there's anything that crazy about that game. Receiving-wise, Darnell Mooney, 4 catches for 94 yards, and that is about it for the highlight players of the game. Jaguars Eagles up next. Gainwell scored a go-ahead touchdown. Trevor Lawrence had some good throws on 3rd down. Miles Sanders got some rushing touchdowns. Jamal Agnew had a pretty solid game, and that's the highlights there. Trevor Lawrence, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he did throw an interception. Jalen Hurts went 16 for 25 yards, 204 yards. He did throw an interception, but they got it done. Let's see here. Receiving-wise, Christian Kirk had 2 catches for 60 yards, and A.J. Brown had 5 catches for 95 yards. Moving on, we have the Jets and the Steelers. Zach Wilson rallies the Jets past Kenny Pickett and the Steelers by 4. A close touchdown call, but my boy Breece Hall out of Iowa State. Gabriel Davis, I think is his name, had some... No, what's his name? Corey Davis had some touchdowns from Wilson. Kenny Pickett had 2 rushing touchdowns. Jets tried to run a trick play, but it ended in disaster, of course. And Zach Wilson had another trick play where he had the Philly special catch, so that was cool, and he had the gritty going for him. Zach Wilson, 18 for 36, 252 yards, and a touchdown. He did manage to throw 2 picks, but Kenny Pickett won the pick battle today somehow. 10 for 13, 120 yards, and he had 3 interceptions. So that's what really lost them the game. Receiving-wise, Corey Davis, 5 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. While George Pickens, the Georgia rookie, great game, 6 catches, 102 yards. Bills and Ravens, pretty good game. 4th down stop and a last-second kick lift the Bills past the Ravens by 3. Bills went on a field goal after Lamar throws a costly interception. Josh Allen was running the ball. Isaac McKenzie got some touchdowns. Lamar Jackson and Devin Duvernay had a crazy connection. And Marlon Humphrey picked it off, and J.K. Dobbins scored the touchdown after. So a good game overall. Josh Allen, 19 for 36, 213 yards and a touchdown. He threw an interception, but their kicker was there for them. Lamar Jackson, 20 for 29 and a touchdown, but the 2 interceptions that game really cost them. The Bills won that turnover battle. Josh Allen, what a game. 11 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown, and a game where both quarterbacks led the run game. Lamar Jackson, 11 carries for 73 yards. Receiving-wise, Stephon Diggs had 4 catches for 62 yards, and Devin Duvernay had 4 catches for 51 yards. So good games there. Chargers, Texans. Austin Eckler scores 3 touchdowns. The Chargers hold off the Texans by 10. Yeah, Austin Eckler, great game. Brandon Cooks had some pretty good games. Damien Pierce as well. Yeah, it's crazy. Austin Eckler played pretty good today. Justin Herbert, 27 for 39, 340 yards and 2 touchdowns. Davis Mills went 26 for 35 and 2 touchdowns, but he did have 2 interceptions. Damien Pierce, 14. I want to talk about Damien Pierce. 14 carries, 131 yards and a touchdown. He played better than Austin Eckler, but that's the win's all that's going to matter. Michael, or is that his name? Mike Williams? Yeah. That's his first name. 7 catches, 120 yards. He's continuing to have a great season for the Chargers. And I think his name is Nico Collins, I want to say. For the Texans, Nico Collins. He had 3 catches for 82, so he had a good game himself. Cardinals Panthers. Kyler Murray has 2 touchdown passes, 1 rushing touchdown. Cards topped the Panthers by 10. Hollywood Brown had some great catches. Christian McCaffrey as well. Cardinals got some interceptions. A lot of heated moments in this game. Zach Ertz had a touchdown, I think. Kyler Murray, 23 for 32, 2 touchdowns. He threw a pick, but doesn't matter at the end of the day when you're going against Baker Mayfield, who threw 22 for 36, had a touchdown and 2 interceptions. So, again, turnover battle wins games. This is how it goes. Receiving-wise, we had Hollywood Brown, 6 catches for 88 yards and a touchdown. That's really the big highlights for the game. Broncos Raiders. Josh Jacobs and the defense lead the Raiders to their first win of the season as they win by 9 over the Broncos. Raiders had some good defense this game. Russell Wilson ran a touchdown. Javonte Williams got injured and he's out for the year. Jerry Jeudy had a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, just played a hell of a game today, or 2 days ago. Russell Wilson, 17 for 25, 237 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Derek Carr threw 21 for 34, and that is about it. Wow, Russell Wilson had 4 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. He was the best running back for them. And my goodness, Josh Jacobs, absolute monster game. 28 carries, 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hamler had a reception for 55 yards. And Devontae Adams coming back to his Pro Bowl form. He had 9 catches for 101. So it's cool to see Devontae Adams doing good. But it's on a different team, so it kind of makes me salty. Chiefs Buccaneers. Patrick Mahomes throws for 3 touchdowns as the Chiefs overwhelmed the Buccaneers by 10. Offensive gauntlet. They scored 72 total, and I predicted they'd only score 44 under, so I don't know what I was thinking with these shitty-ass defenses. Very unconventional passes from Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes and Brady always good sportsmanship. They have good respect for each other. Mike Evans and Brady had a couple connections, but Mahomes was just throwing darts this game. Chiefs were finding the scoreboard all game, and I guess the Bucs were as well. Patrick Mahomes came out 23 for 37, 249 yards, 3 touchdowns, threw a pick. Didn't really matter at the end of the day. Tom Brady 39 for 52 and 3 touchdowns. Good game for him. Nothing too crazy running-wise. Travis Kelce had 9 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown. Mike Evans had 8 catches for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. So those were really the highlight players. Monday night, yesterday night's game, we had the Rams and the Niners. 49ers used their defense and Deebo Samuel to beat the Rams by 15. And for some reason, every time these two teams play each other, the Niners are just shitting on them. They've won the last 7 regular season games against the Rams. Yeah, man. Deebo Samuel mossed a guy 57 yards down and then went 57 yards down the field. He is built different. If they can utilize him, he has a big contract. I don't know why they don't use him more. A fan tried to sprint on the field and Bobby Wagner clocked the fuck out of him. Niners got a fumble recovery late in the game to seal it. Talanoa Hufanga, a.k.a. freaking Troy Polamalu Jr. had an interception. I love that guy. I have a lot of respect. I want him to do great things in this NFL. I think they will. And obviously, the tempers flared in this game. It's a division game, so it was a good game. Stafford threw 32 for 48, but had a pick, so it kind of cost him with the turnovers. Jimmy Garoppolo refrained from the turnovers, though. He went 16 for 27, 239 yards and a touchdown, so pretty good game there. Receiving-wise, Deebo Samuel was really the star of the game. 6 catches, 115 yards and a tutty. That's going to do it. Great week for football. We had some good-ass games, a lot of close ones. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 games this week within a score out of the 16 games. So, yeah, that's a good ratio. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, Jesus TV. Bringing you guys the latest from the NFL. It's going to do it for today. I mean, I'm already done with videos, so I'm just going to relax, watch